Bonkers! It's all happening!
Don't miss the gigantic adventure we go on in Bonkers.
And make sure to subscribe to the Bonkers channel for new videos every week.
Just search for Bonkers wherever you get your books.
Come on, Jen! Let's roll!
Riddles and Jokes! Hey, it's me, Jenny Kim. I live in the strange town of Nevermind, and I also collect riddles because I love riddles. And if you love riddles too, you've come to the right place. It's riddle time! Put your thinking cap on, and here we go. What has many rings but no fingers?
Many rings but no fingers. Sounds like a zombie to me.
That is not correct, but thank you for playing.
A car tire.
The best way to solve this riddle is to think of something that rings. Can you think of anything that rings? It's time to reveal the answer. What has many rings but no fingers? It's a phone! A phone rings, but it doesn't have any fingers.
Hey, I have a joke about phones. Want to hear it?
Sure.
How can you tell if a bee is on the phone?
I don't know, Fen. How can you tell if a bee is on the phone?
You get a buzzy signal.
That's actually a pretty good joke. But I like riddles. Let's move on to riddle number 2. I'm a Greek god, a planet, and I measure heat. Who am I? Wow, whoever this is, they're a big deal. Let's see. If it's a Greek god, it's probably someone popular, right? Like Zeus. But Zeus isn't a planet, and it doesn't measure heat. A planet. Saturn? Nope, that's not right. Mars? That's not it. Is there a planet that's also a Greek god? There is. It's Mercury. Because Mercury is a planet, it's in thermometers, so it measures heat. And Mercury is one of the Greek gods. Look at us go.
I've got a good space joke. Want to hear it?
Sure.
How does NASA throw a party? They plan it. Get it? You know, they plan the party. Planet, but it's also a planet like Mercury. I will return with a better joke.
While Fen is looking for another joke, let's do another riddle. Here we go. What 2 things can you never have before breakfast? This is a tricky one, but I bet you can figure it out. Do you know the answer? Here's a clue. The answer is all about the stuff you eat and when you eat it. So what 2 things can't you eat before breakfast? Lunch and dinner.
Hey, I want lunch and dinner.
What about a joke instead?
You got it, Jenster. What does an elf learn at school?
I don't know, Fen. What does an elf learn at school?
The alphabet! Get it? The alphabet! Like alphabet?
Oh, I got it. But riddle me this.
Can't riddle now. Gotta go find a knock-knock joke.
If you drop me, I'm sure to crack. But smile at me, and I'll smile back. What am I? Another tricky one. Here's a clue just for you. When you get up in the morning and you brush your teeth, you probably look into one of these. Now do you know what it is? It smiles back at you, but if it fell on the ground, it would probably break. It's a mirror. If you drop a mirror, it will break. And if you look into a mirror, it will smile back at you.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cows go.
Cows go who?
No, cows go moo!
Okay, that was pretty good.
Stenson for the win!
Come on back next time for more riddles and jokes. with your good buddies, Fen, Stenson,
And Jenny Kim!
and check out all the other cool stuff on the Bonkers channel.
There's loads of fun! Bonkers the Animated Show, Barker Mifflin's Escape Rooms, Snurf Fests, and Snurf Searchers. It's all happening!
It sure is. And there's even a Bonkers book. Just search for Bonkers wherever you get your books.
And make sure to subscribe to the Bonkers channel for new videos every week. Come on, Jen, let's roll!
Riddles and Jokes. Riddles and Jokes. Hey, it's me, Jenny Kim, collector of great riddles. Because I love riddles. And if you love riddles too, you've come to the right place. It's riddle time. Get ready to think, think, think. Here we go. What do you bury when it's alive and dig up when it's dead?
Okay, well, that definitely sounds like a zombie.
It's not a zombie, but thank you for trying.
Hey, I know, it's a tin can.
The best way to solve this riddle is to think of something you find in the backyard. Can you think of anything you might find in the backyard? It's time to reveal the answer. What do you bury when it's alive and dig up when it's dead? It's a plant. You bury a plant in the dirt when it's alive, and later, when it dies, you dig it up. Clever.
Is it joke time yet?
It is.
What do you call a boomerang that won't come back?
I don't know, Fen. What do you call a boomerang that won't come back?
A stick! Because, you throw a stick and it doesn't come back.
Yup, I got that. But I like riddles. Let's move on to riddle number 2. Give me a drink and I will die. Feed me and I'll get bigger. What am I? Whatever this thing is, it's strange. What would die if you gave it water, but get bigger if you feed it? Here's a clue. Sometimes people sit around one of these when they're camping. Have you figured it out? I hope so, because here comes the answer. It's fire. If you put water on a fire, it will go out. But if you feed it more wood, it will get bigger and bigger.
I've got a real zinger this time. Want to hear it?
Sure.
What do you call a dog magician?
A
Labracadabrador! I will return with another joke.
While Fen is looking for another joke, let's do a riddle. Here we go. What has 1,000 needles but cannot sew? It seems like sewing a hole in a sock would be easy if you had lots of needles. But maybe the needles are a part of what this thing is. Here's a clue. It's an animal. So what has 1,000 needles but cannot sew? A porcupine. They've got loads of needles, but they don't sit in the woods and sew shirts.
Hey, I want a porcupine.
How about a joke instead?
You got it, Jenny Jen. What did one volcano say to the other?
I don't know, Fen. What did one volcano say to the other?
I lava you.
Aw, I lava you too.
Okay, I'm off to find a knock-knock joke.
It's our last riddle of the day. Are you ready? I hope so, because here it comes. What appears once in a minute, twice in a moment, but not once in 1,000 years? This one is very clever. It took me forever to figure out. Here's a clue just for you. The answer is a letter in the alphabet. Now do you know what it is? I hope so, because here comes the answer. It's the letter M. Do you see why? Because there's one M in the word minute, 2 M's in the word moment, and no M's in the words 1,000 years. So clever.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Radio.
Radio who?
Radio not. Here I come.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Fen Stenson does it again.
Come on back next time for more Riddles and Jokes with their good buddies Ben Stenson
And Jenny Kim.
and check out all the other cool stuff on the Bonkers channel.
There's loads of fun. Bonkers the Animated Show, Barker Mifflin's Escape Rooms, Snurf Fests, and Snurf Searchers. It's all happening!
It sure is! And there's even a Bonkers book. Just search for Bonkers wherever you get your books.
And make sure to subscribe to the Bonkers channel for new videos every week. Come on, Jen. Ready or not, here we go!
Riddles and Jokes! Riddles and Jokes! Hey, it's me, Jenny Kim, the kid who loves a good riddle.
And me, Fen Stenson, master of the dance floor and jokes galore.
You are good at telling jokes and doing dance moves. But let's start with a riddle. Listen carefully, because here we go. What has hands and a face, but can't hold anything and can't smile?
It's a watermelon.
That's a really weird guess.
I know, right?
This is a strange riddle. If it has hands and a face, it seems like it must be a person. There must be something else that has hands and a face. Can you think of something that's not a person that has hands? What about something that has a face, but is also not a person? If you haven't figured it out yet, I'll give you a clue. It's something that hangs on a wall. I bet there's one in your classroom at school. What has hands and a face, but can't hold anything and can't smile? It's a clock. A clock has hands and it also has a face, but it can't hold anything and it doesn't smile.
Is it joke time yet?
Sure, why not?
What do yams wear to bed?
I don't know, Fen. What do yams wear to bed?
Yammies! Yammies! That's a classic.
Yams wear yammies instead of jammies. Good one, Fen Stenson. Let's move on to riddle number 2. I have cities, but no houses. I have water, but no fish. What am I? A strange riddle indeed. Cities without houses and water without fish? It does sound strange, but it might be easier if I give you a little clue. This thing isn't in the real world. It's on paper or on your computer screen. Have you figured it out? I hope so, because here comes the answer. It's a map. Maps have cities and lakes and lots of other things, but they don't have real houses or fish because they're just maps.
I've got a real doozy this time. Want to hear it?
Sure.
What do you call an alligator in a vest?
A crocodile at a dinner party?
You're funny, Jenaroo. But the answer for an alligator in a vest is an investigator. Because it's a gator in a vest. An investigator. I will return with a better joke.
While Fen is looking for another joke, let's do another riddle. Here we go. I have a long nose and I wear my shoes to bed. Interesting, right? We need something with a long nose, so it must be an animal. And that animal must wear shoes to bed. But what animals wear shoes? There's only one I can think of, and it also has a big nose. It's a horse. Horses have very long noses, and they don't take off their horseshoes when they go to sleep at night. Those things stay on 24/7.
If they made Fen shoes, they would be dancing shoes.
I agree.
Time for another winning joke. Where did the general keep his armies?
I have no idea.
In his sleeveys. That's a good one. My little armies go in my little sleeveys.
Okay.
I'm off to find the best joke of the day.
It's our last riddle for this episode of Riddles and Jokes. Are you ready? I hope so, because here it comes. What has to be broken before you can use it? Another diabolical riddle that must be solved. It's something you have to break before you can use it. Have you got an idea? Here's a clue. Lots of people eat them for breakfast. I bet you figured it out. And here's the answer. It's an egg. Do you see why? Because you have to crack an egg open before you can eat it. Fun times in Riddleland, folks. We're breaking eggs.
What do you call candy corn at the beach?
No idea, Fen. What do you call candy corn at the beach?
Sandy corn! Or, as I like to call it, sandy corn with some sand on the corn.
I don't think I would eat sandy corn. Or sandy corn.
I agree. It sounds sandy.
And that's a wrap for Riddles and Jokes for today.
Come on back next time for more riddles and jokes with your good buddies Jenny Kim
And Fen Stenson.
and check out all the other cool stuff on the Bonkers channel.
You can find Bonkers the Animated Show, Barker Mifflin's Escape Rooms, Snurfest, and Snurf Searches. It's all happening.
And you can even read the Bonkers book. Just search for Bonkers wherever you get your books.
And make sure to subscribe to the Bonkers channel for new videos every week. See you next time. Riddles and Jokes. Riddles and Jokes. Hey, it's me, Jenny Kim. I live in the strange town of Nevermind, and I also collect riddles because I love riddles. And if you love riddles too, you've come to the right place. It's riddle time. Put your thinking cap on. Here we go. If two's company and three's a crowd, what are 4 and 5?
I don't know the answer to this riddle, but I do like 4s and 5s. They're my favorite.
Good to know.
Wait, that's not right. 7 is my favorite. Or is it 8? Numbers are very confusing.
This one is one of those riddles where you have to focus on just the last part. What are 4 and 5? Don't overthink it. Here's a clue. Could we put the 4 and 5 together? It's time to reveal the answer. If two's company and three's a crowd, what are 4 and 5? 9. If you add 4 and 5 together, you get 9. What are 4 and 5? 9.
Hey, I have a joke I'm very excited to tell. Want to hear it?
I'd love to.
What's a ghost with a broken leg called?
I don't know, Fen. What's a ghost with a broken leg called?
A hoblin' goblin! He's a hoblin' and a goblin!
Okay, let's move on to riddle number 2. I jump when I walk, and I sit when I stand. What am I? This is a confusing riddle for sure. There must be something that jumps when it walks and sits when it stands. But what could it be? Here's a clue. Lots of them live in Australia. Have you got the answer? I bet you do. It's a kangaroo. Kangaroos don't walk at all. They hop from place to place. And when they stand, they definitely look like they're sitting. Let's be honest. Kangaroos are pretty cool.
I've got another amazing joke! Want to hear it?
Sure.
What did one plate say to the other plate?
I can't imagine. What did one plate say to the other plate?
Lunch is on me! I will return with a better joke.
While Fen is looking for another joke, let's do a riddle. Here we go. What starts with a P, ends with an E, and has thousands of letters? This is a tricky one, but I'm sure you can figure it out. Do you know the answer? Here's a clue. It's not a word, it's a place. And here's another clue. Just about every town has one. Are you ready? Here's the answer to what starts with P, ends with E, and has thousands of letters. It's the post office. because the word post starts with a P and the word office ends with an E. And there are thousands of letters at the post office. When we say it like that, it's so obvious.
I haven't been to the post office in ages.
How about a joke instead?
You got it, Jenster! What do you call a cow that can't make milk?
I don't know, but I bet you'll tell us. What do you call a cow that can't make milk?
A milk dud!
Good one, Stenson.
Moo!
It's our last riddle of the day. Are you ready? I hope so, because here we go. What goes up but never comes back down? Another difficult riddle. You'd think this would be something like a balloon or an airplane, but both of those things come down after a while. What is this thing? Here's a clue just for you. It's all about you and how long you've been on planet Earth. Now, do you know what it is? It's your age. People can only get older, but they can never get younger. So your age only goes up. It never comes down. Clever riddle.
Oh, I've got one for you.
I bet you do.
What do you call a pig that does karate?
No idea. What do you call a pig that does karate?
A pork chop! Hi-ya!
Stenson, you are on a roll.
You know it, Jen.
Come back next time for more riddles and jokes with your good buddies, Stenson
And Jenny Kim.
and check out all the other cool stuff on the Bonkers channel.
There's loads of fun. Bonkers the Animated Show, Barker Mifflin's Escape Rooms, Snurb Fests, and Snurb Searches. It's all happening!
It sure is. And there's even a Bonkers book. Just search for Bonkers wherever you get your books.
And make sure to subscribe to the Bonkers channel for new videos every week. Come on, Jen. Let's roll!
Riddles and Jokes.